here again with Wahoo Warrior. We're going to be doing a quick 500-point battle report. This is Memorial Day weekend, and it's also Friday. Our babysitter kind of canceled out on us, so I've managed to talk to the wife, since it is Memorial Weekend and we're celebrating Armed Forces Week, that she would sit down and play maybe a game of Bolt Action with me, or at least a demo game, to kind of show her how it works and some of the mechanics behind it, and honestly why I spend so much time doing it, painting the figures and having people over and going places to play. So she's agreed to do that with me tonight, and I take that. And this is my lovely wife, Leah. Leah is going to be playing the Germans today. Leah's third generation Italian, but I don't have any Italians. I'm going to be taking the Americans, and really quick, going through the Army list, I've got a regular infantry with a 1 Thompson submachine gun and a bar in there. I've got, this is a bazooka team. I don't have all my buddies' Allied miniatures, so it's going to be a Panzerschreck team filling in for them. Another unit of regular infantry with a Thompson submachine gun, a heavy machine gun. I've got a Jeep with a heavy machine gun, a medium mortar inexperienced, a lieutenant with 1 attendant, and that will be it for the Americans. There's a token here. First person to capture the other person's token wins the game. And for the Germans, a regular infantry squad with a light machine gun. I don't have the light machine guns painted up as of yet. I haven't been using them. I'm going early war Germans now, so got to get some of those painted up. Got a lieutenant there in the woods, a medium mortar, another regular infantry squad with a light machine gun. There's a 1 submachine gun in each infantry unit. Well, that's actually the medium machine gun. There's a medium mortar, and then a Panzer II. Both these coming in right around 500 points. Then we've got all of our necessities. We've got my brand new ordered German dice are in. They're going to have 6. And I've got 7 American order dice. Also got a refreshment, beer for me, and a glass of Moscato for the wife. So we're going to give it a shot, and we'll be right back at the end of turn 1. I don't normally record videos in the middle, but it's just kind of funny. So our very first order dice, she puts it on the medium mortar, and she picks the heavy machine gun. And I say, she's like, how many dice roll? I'm like, 1, but you need a 6, and what do you know? She rolls a 6, so it's kind of a good start to the game. So if you're not familiar with my battle reports, I like to kind of go through stop motion and explain the turns, like I explained in the video there. She put a fire order on the mortar team and promptly rolled a 6. And so beginner's luck. And then she also rolled 5 hits and obliterates my mortar crew, or my heavy machine gun crew. And then she pulls the next order dice, and she puts that on her medium machine gun team. And she goes ahead and fires at my mortar team, which, long range, firing through a stone wall. She still is able to kill a guy, put a pin on. So I pull an order dice, and I activate this unit here. Move them up to the edge of the hedgerow, and I'm thinking I'm American, so I've never played the Americans before, so that move and fire, I want to try to take advantage of that, fire some shots at these guys, and I'm able to put a pin. I got 4 hits, actually, and that's all I'm needing 4s to kill with all those 3s. So I put my bazooka team into ambush. Don't really know what to do with them at the moment, and I advance my lieutenant up over here to kind of help with this, remove this pin marker off. And she doesn't even move these guys. She just puts a fire order on them and starts firing at my guys. And she's a little better with the shooting as far as killing people, and kills a guy, puts a pin on. And then she puts a fire order on these dudes here, and they're kind of at long range, but she's firing at my bazooka team, but needing 7s doesn't do any damage. That small team helps out a lot. So I'm able to pass my check, and I fire my mortar, but I roll 4 and I miss. And I'm getting all crazy, and I move these guys out from behind the stone wall, advance them up, figure since she's already activated all of her stuff, and I start firing at these guys here, trying to really go nuts with that move and fire ability, and I don't do anything, don't even put a pin marker on those guys. My Jeep, I don't know what to do with exactly. I probably should have drove it down the other side of the wall, but I drive it up, and I'm able to put a pin marker, because since she's regular, we roll, and she acts as inexperienced.
So, but she just passes the check anyway, drives up there, and she starts firing a few shots at my Jeep. Fired the 2 autocannon shots, and fortunately she missed. So that was a fast turn 1. We'll go to a quick video.
Alright, that's the end of turn 1. So far what we got going on here is I got my Americans trying to push up on the left hand side. Just kind of moved up in the middle, kind of gave up that hard cover, going towards the center. Got to try to push for that token. The mortar's got our dead crewman, but was able to activate, just missed his target. And we got a Jeep squaring off against a light tank. I'm kind of outmatched there. Germans on the left here didn't take any damage. They actually were winning that fight. And yeah, the mortar was spot on. So, what do you think at the end of turn 1, Leah?
I've been lucky so far, so hope it continues.
Alright, so we're going to go to turn 2.
Turn 2, I pull the first dice, and I pass my order check, and I kind of shuffle over here, over the bush, and kind of behind some stone wall, and I put some fire down on these guys. I'm able to kill one. I put a pin marker back on there, or actually the first pin marker on there, and advance my Jeep over to the stone wall, and I'm able to draw a line of sight on that tank without being within an inch, but I missed with all my shots. She advances these guys behind the cover of the rocks, and they fire at them. But having moved, and I think I got the stone wall, didn't do any damage. The medium, or no, I try to fire my medium mortar, and I roll a 2, so I miss. She puts a fire marker down on her medium machine gun, and she starts firing at my infantry squad behind the hedge here. I probably should have moved them, but she kills one, puts a pin marker on. So I move my lieutenant up there, staying behind the wall. Going to be able to help them out. And if you notice, I picked up that ambush on my bazooka. I totally forgot. But anyway, these guys fire, and they're firing. The same picture. They're firing at my infantry behind the hedgerow there, and they're able to actually do a lot of damage. Put another pin marker on, and kill 2 guys. So they're getting beat up quick, and I try to activate them to do something with them, and I fail my order check. So, blah. I advance my bazooka team up here, and I'm not able to shoot because you can see there, it's got those guys in the way. And then she puts a fire order on her killer mortar, but this time rolls a 2. She was aiming for my bazooka team. And her lieutenant just kind of gets behind this rock. Doesn't really have anywhere safe to go, so he's just kind of hiding from these guys. And he actually puts 2 shots down, and he puts a pin marker on. So he gets a 6 with his 2 rifles and hits. And then her tank just comes around the corner and opens up on these guys here. And she fired the 2 autocannons, but I believe she missed twice. So there's that.
Hey, it's Sean again. Just ended turn 2. A little bit happened. Just tried to push up a little bit. The dice weren't so much against me like they were starting turn 1. Real quick, just decided to advance these guys up and trying to get behind that stone wall. She kind of fell back over there, still shooting at each other. I did take a pin from her lieutenant. Machine gun decided to start shooting over here, but no damage. I kind of left this squad out there behind that shrub. Is starting to take some pins. Probably need to try to move them around, get some cover. Tank was pretty aggressive. Came up over here. Other than that, not too much else happening. It's a small game, but the small table. But what do you think about bolt action so far, babe? Super duper. What do you got going on your side of the table?
I've got them hiding.
Okay.
On rocks. Shooting. He's getting ready.
Yeah, well, it's a tank, so gotta get in there, I guess. Get close and shoot. Alright, so we're gonna end this little video and go to the next turn.
Alright, starting this turn, she pulls the order dice and she puts it promptly on her medium machine gun, who's shooting at my unit that failed their last check. So they take another pin marker, but no casualties, fortunately. And then she pulls another order dice, and she's pouring the fire on those guys. They're just like right in front of her, so she's letting them have it. And with her fire order, she's able to again do some damage to these guys. Yeah, ooh, pin marker. That's all the out of the hits. She got all those 5s and 6s. She only needed 4s. And I do pass my order check by 1, thanks to the lieutenant being within 6. She pulls another order dice, drives this tank down the road, and she just got her unit right in front of this unit, so pinned down, she's not even worried about it, so she's just blasting these guys. And she fired her 2 autocannons, scored 2 hits, got 3 hits with the HE, but only killed 2. Here I fail another order check, and I go down, throws a mortar, but this time she only rolls a 4 again, so that's good. And my Jeep is kind of screwed. You know, I can't drive over the obstacles with the Jeep. I like to drive around behind that tank, so I just end up moving over a little bit, and I try to shoot that thing with a heavy machine gun. Don't do any damage, and then my Panzerschreck crew comes over, and I fire, needing I believe a 6, and I miss. And then my lieutenant runs up there to try to give some support for my guys. Fire order here. She's just shooting, not even moving, shooting. Another pin. Kills another guy. And my Americans are getting wailed on. Her lieutenant just kind of runs along that wall through her own unit to get over here. Don't remember why. And I'm able to actually pass my check thanks to my lieutenant, so I don't know where to go, so I just advance down that wall and actually try to put some shots on her infantry, and then my mortar misses with his fire.
Alright, that's the end of turn 3. Got a little bit going on here. The Americans are kind of getting pummeled in the center of the table. I was able to activate that unit and kind of move them towards the center. I gotta put some fire on that machine gun in this team in the middle here. Got a tank in my face there. I wasn't able to pass an order check with my last of those few guys, so I had to move my Panzerschreck team over to the side and try to get a shot. Unfortunately, I missed. Yeah, she's like totally intact over there, and I'm falling apart, kind of grasping at straws here. And she pulled all those order dice early on, so it kind of made it difficult for me to do anything. What do you think, hon?
It's going good. Just keep rolling dice, shooting, and going good.
Yep, it is going good for you. Okay, we'll be right back at the end of the next turn.
So I'm desperate to kill this tank, and I actually roll a 6 and needing a 5 to hit. I think I need a 5 to hit. Then I rolled a 2 for penetration, so plus 5 is only a 7, which equals her side armor. And then I roll a 5 minus a 3 for the glance, and I immobilize it. So the tank is immobilized. Took an additional pin marker, but it's not knocked out. I know that kind of sucks because I kind of needed to clear that thing off. And then she pulls a fire order, and her infantry has just been blasting away, and they switch targets to these guys, and they're able to put a pin, but nobody dies. Fortunately, she fails her order check with her medium machine gun. That's actually where my infantry had fired, so she fails the order check. I don't know what to do with my Jeep. I still need it on the other side of this bush, so I drive it down here, and I'm able to fire a 360, but I can't shoot at anything because my Panzerschreck crew's in the way. Fail an order check there. I tried to rally them. I try to rally here, and I fail. I just figure I'd spend this turn rallying and try to get my guys to be able to do something next turn. Fires a mortar here, but only gets a 2. Run my lieutenant around there to try to. Now I'm within 6 inches of both units. It's kind of a vulnerable position, but I need the help. I fire order here, but I roll whatever I need. I missed, and here she fails her order check for her tank. The other dice isn't in the picture, but she did fail the order check. So, oh wait, no, actually, yeah, she did. So here she's feeling, hey, what the hell? So she advances up and continues shooting, even though I'm behind stone wall. She's able to put another pin on and kill another guy. Even though I'm behind a stone wall and down, she's still able to kill a guy. Her lieutenant advances. I don't know why. Maybe to go help the tank? I don't remember. And she did. It looks like she took another pin here. I'll hit it with a mortar. I hit it with a mortar, but I failed to penetrate it. But I did do a pin to it. So now my mortar is locked in on there, needing 2s from this turn on. And, oh yeah, so, well, actually that's incorrect. Even though we just played this game last night, she passed on a 5 with her tank, and she fires 2 autocannon rounds at my lieutenant, and hits with both, and she kills him. So 2d6 or d2 hits at +1. She does enough to kill them. So yeah, my poor lieutenant. Even though I put some pin markers on that tank, wasn't enough. The mighty Panzer II weeps up the lieutenant.
Hey, there's another turn down. Looks like we got this tank here. Keeps passing order checks, even though I managed to get lucky and immobilize it. Now I've got it zeroed in with a mortar, but it just doesn't seem to care. The mighty Panzer II eliminated my lieutenant at point blank range. I didn't think he'd even be able to fire. Other than that, the Germans are pretty much not even damaged, just killing me. What do you got going on, honey? What do you think? What do you think?
Super easy.
Okay. Yeah, it's super easy. When you just camp back there, you're not even trying to come over here, but that's cool. I know it's not really your thing, but what do you think about bolt action and how I spend so many of my hours?
I can see it.
Well, as everyone knows in the bolt action community, after you play your first game, you have to remove your clothes. It's just really, it's an initiation process. You know?
Sure.
Right. Well, we're gonna see if we're gonna play another turn. We may not. We kind of got some kids to deal with and stuff, and you know, she wants to spend some time. Laid up.
Oh my god.
So I do talk her into just quick playing another turn, and she pulls first order dice and she fails to activate her tank. And this is where it's like, if I can knock out that tank with my Panzerschreck crew, I might have a chance. But she fires her medium mortar and fired at them, but I believe, or her medium machine gun, I should say. I keep saying mortar, that's a machine gun. Then she pulls another order dice. She fires these guys, and she's still firing into that same group, and kills another one, puts another pin marker down, and then she pulls another order dice, and these guys just keep walking up, and they're just walking along, guns blazing, and puts another pin marker on there. There's a lot of pin markers, and then here's the coup de grace. She fires her mortar. So what started the game was actually going to decide to get me to quit the game, because before my Panzerschreck can fire, she rolls a 6. So she hits that squad there, basically in the same spot where the heavy machine gun was. They had that spot flagged or something. So after she blows them up, I call it as good game. There's no way that I could really win, but it was fun. So yeah, that's what the table looked like at the end, with my Panzerschreck crew basically dying in the same exact spot that the heavy machine gun did, with her rolling on a 6 from the medium mortar. So we had a good time. The kids were just kind of playing in the living room while we were playing, having a few drinks. I wouldn't say that my wife is a converted bolt action player, or that she'll even ever play again, but we had a bunch of laughs. The baby was being a goofball, and we had it was a nice, enjoyable family evening, so which was really nice. And I should be getting a game in here pretty soon. Just got to talk to a couple buddies, but anyways, I hope you enjoyed this quick non-resolved battle report. This is just kind of for fun, and I just thought I'd share it with you. Thank you for watching. Have a good weekend.